Diane in Denmark here, hooray! So start of a new week, which means we're getting to move on to a new Flylady Zone. We're in Zone 2 this week, it's week 2, Zone 2, which is the kitchen. I'm going to be doing a wee bit of decluttering, a wee bit of detailed cleaning in here. Remember, don't be worried about having to do like 3 hours of detailed cleaning in this room. That's the whole point of the Flylady system. You just set your timer, for 15 minutes. It's not going to be scary or anything. You're just going to work along with me. You don't need to do the same thing as I'm doing. If you are a new fly baby, just keep on going with the decluttering. And I did extra decluttering videos at the weekend, so you've got no excuse for not working along with me. Just a wee update. If you saw me on Friday, I was doing some detailed cleaning in Zone 1. And I told you that my son, my DS18, was having another house party, and this time there were 75, 75 kids from high school, 3 classes. And just to let you know, everything went well. The kids had a great time. They were actually really organised, and when they turned up, they had like a little party committee of the ones that were helping my son. And first thing one of them said was, "Oh, it was raining outside. Did I have any towels? Because it might get a bit messy, the floor." So they were really well organised. And also by the end of the party, they had taken all the beer cans and the soda bottles and put those in bags ready to go back to the supermarket. In Denmark, we have a deposit system on bottles and cans, and it stops people throwing them away, which is really good for the environment. So when you buy your beer and your Coke, whatever it is at the supermarket, you pay a little bit more money, and then when you hand them back to the supermarket, you get your money back. So it's all good for the environment. And anyway, they had all the cans and bags ready to go. And a few people have asked about the age that you can do things in Denmark. You can buy beer and wine, spirits that are not too heavy, from the age of 16. I know it's incredible. Spirits, like vodka, whiskey, from the age of 18. You can't buy cigarettes until you're 18. But here's the plus sign, you can't drive until you're 18. So all the kids came here on bikes, and or they walked, or they were picked up by parents. So we don't have any of this kind of young kids drinking and driving. That doesn't happen here. So anyway, enough talk, and let's get a wee bit of action going in the kitchen. Remember, you can work along with me. You can do the same as I'm doing. You can choose something from the Flylady's lists on flylady.net. You'll see the missions for the week. You just take 1 or 2 of those. You don't need to do 5 missions. Or if you're a bit further ahead and a bit more in control, you can do something from the detailed cleaning list. But the main thing is that you just do something. It all counts. And if you saw me at the weekend, I did some more. I've got tons of decluttering videos if you need those. You will see how much progress you can really make in just 15 minutes. So that's all we're going to do. It's not going to be scary. And I'll turn you around and I'll get my pinny on today, because I don't normally, I just clean in the clothes that I've got. I'll just take off my necklace because I always get that caught in things. But when I'm in the kitchen, I don't feel right in the kitchen unless I've got my apron on, my pinny. And this one, this is also, when you're in Zone 2, the kitchen, if you've got little rugs or mats in your kitchen, maybe you want to put those in the wash. I'm going to put my pinny in the wash and take a fresh one. Let's take off from here. Here we are. And then we can get started. It's funny because I never wear a pinny anywhere else for cleaning, but in the kitchen I feel like, I can't open a drawer without having my pinny on. Anyway, let me turn you around and we'll get working. And some of the other things you might want to think about when you're in kitchen zone is the filters for the extractor. If you can put your filters, at least I can put my filters in the dishwasher. So I'm going to take those out. Put those in the dishwasher right now. And the other thing that I'll be doing today is de-chalking the coffee machine and the kettle and the dishwasher. I just use citric acid. You use what you want. I use citric acid because it's quite environmentally friendly. Right, and I've got a little project today, so if I move you up so you can see what I'm doing, I thought I would take a wee look at what's underneath my sink, because I was realising the other day, I'm just going to put the lids of the bins underneath the sink, they're going to go in the dishwasher as well. I was thinking the other day that I have this thing full of, it says cleaning products, and most of these could go downstairs in the basement because it's not stuff that I'm using on a daily basis. And when I do clean, I've got my little cleaning caddy, so I don't need to have them here underneath the sink. So I'm just going to go through them because my plan is that we've got a smaller bin for recycling, but I want to have a bigger or an extra bin for recycling, so I can do the plastic recycling and the metal and glass separate. It's just going to work better for us. So I'm just going to go through what's in my cleaning stuff. Citric acid, I'm going to be using that for de-chalking, so that can stay. Oh, I bought this sponge. Do you remember I bought this sponge months ago, and it's been absolutely rotten, and it kind of soaks up too much washing. So that is going to go, that's actually going to go into plastic recycling. And let that be a wee warning to you. When you see these products or think that you need a special type of vacuum, or the steam mop thing. I got a steam mop years ago thinking, if only I had a steam mop, my life would be so much easier. And you know what? It took so long to get it, from the basement and to heat up. The easiest thing for me is just to use my mop. It takes me 2 seconds to get my mop from the basement, and it works and it's done. So don't fall into the trap that I made of thinking that you have to have a special thing to clean or some kind of fancy gadget. So I do love my gadgets, but you don't need any kind of special cleaners or stuff. Right, what else is in here? Okay, an extra thing of pledge. I'm going to put that downstairs because I have one in my cleaning caddy. The Flylady sponge, I do use that for doing the top of the stove over there. It's actually quite good if you've got any kind of glass, like a glass ceramic top. So that will stay up here. Dishwasher rinse aid, that stays, and that can go with the dishwasher stuff. Because I've got my dishwasher tablets in here. Along with bags for the bins, so that can all go in that one. Okay, remember I bought these for my little sink caddy. I actually realised I had put some hand soap in, but I always just use the dish soap because I quite like that dish soap that I have. So this one is going to go somewhere else in the house, so that can be put away somewhere else. Okay, and also the floor cleaner, I've decided that I can keep that actually in my bucket, where I have my mop. There's no point of it being underneath the sink. Right, and actually I'm almost out of that, so I need to add that to my errand list, so I'll do that before I put it downstairs. Okay, an old cloth for cleaning. Yeah, I'll keep that up here. Oh, my steel wool things, and in fact let's have a wee, we'll do a shine up of our sink today. And here I have various cleaning brushes. Those are going to go downstairs as well because I don't need it on a day-to-day basis, because what I'm doing is, I'm drying out my sink every night, and I only do like the really deep clean once a month, so there's no need to have that underneath the sink. So that is going downstairs as well. And this is, these are special things for cleaning steel, for cleaning the front of the fridge and the front of the oven. And that's another thing, it doesn't need to be in here, you know, on a day-to-day basis. So that's going to go away downstairs. And if you saw on Instagram, I did a 15-minute declutter session downstairs, you know, in our basement where we keep the tools and, you know, the workshop stuff. And I got rid of a whole lot of cleaning products that we don't need anymore. Because I'm cleaning consistently with Flylady, I don't need all that toxic stuff. Anyway, right, last thing I got, oh yeah, now, I got one of these for cleaning the sink. It was one of those things where I saw it at the supermarket and thought, maybe that's better than steel wool. I'm going to try it again today, but I think my cheap steel wool pads, I think those are going to do just as good a job. Okay, and an old sponge that can go in recycling. And then I have an empty box. Okay, so I'll give that one a wash out. So the recycling one will also get a good wash. And the lids, as I said, they are all going to go into the dishwasher. Get those in. The other one that I have down underneath my sink is the rubbish bin for general rubbish, and the other one is, as I said, anything for the dishwasher and bin bags. So that will fit nicely in there. What I might do is swap those over. I'll have a wee think about that. Anyway, that's the good thing about being in the zone from time to time. You can have a wee think, you know, is it working for you? Because if it's not working for you, what you've got, you know, change it up a bit. Right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shine my sink. Let me see if I can push you down a wee bit. Right, got my rubber gloves on, ready for action, doctor. Right, a wee drop of my cleaning spray. And this sink saw a lot of action at the party on Friday night, so it really deserves a good scrub. Yeah, also because I've told you before, we drink a lot of tea in our house, black Scottish tea, or normally Earl Grey tea, that's our favourite. Don't worry, the timer's going off, but I've been moving the camera about a bit. Oh, stop. There we go. Don't worry, we're only going to do the 15 minutes. Yeah, we drink a lot of Earl Grey tea, that's my favourite. And I drink it with milk, because I know there's an awful lot of tea snobs say you shouldn't have milk in Earl Grey, but I like it with milk. Right. Actually, this one isn't bad, but I think I prefer my steel wool. Right, onto this middle section. And also when you're in this zone 2, you might want to check up about things like, you know, do you need dishwasher tablets? Do you need kitchen roll? I've already added kitchen roll to my errand list for Thursday because the kids went through an awful lot of kitchen roll on Friday. I think they seemed to spill more of the beer than they drank it, but anyway. A good time was had by all, so that was the main thing. And it's actually really nice that my son is not kind of embarrassed by our house and you know, wants to host a party here. Right. Okay, go around the sides. A wee bit more. Let me just get a wee cloth to dry this off. A wee bit of water. if you're doing Flylady, remember you're not doing all this every night. You know, once you've cleared up from dinner, all you're doing is drying out the sink. Because I'll show you, like, let's imagine that we've just had dinner. What I would normally do is, you know, the kids have put their plates in the dishwasher, we've cleared the surfaces, and then what I do is I normally just take my brush, give it a quick, you know, a wee bit of a scrub, and then I take normally just the towel that I've been using. I'll use something else today, but normally, like the hand towel that I've used that day, I'll just take a wee cloth today. The hand towel or the dish towel that I've been using that day, and I just wipe everything out like that, just dry it off. And this one goes, that I've been using all day, that goes into the wash, and I wash it just along with, you know, in a hot wash along with the towels or sheets, because I mean it's only been used for one day. And then I take out a fresh, let me just pop this down for washing, then I take out, you know, a fresh hand towel and a fresh dish towel, and that's me finished after dinner. Though the only other thing is I get my wee Flylady dolly and I put that in the sink, and then you see it on Instagram. So at the end of the day, that's all you're doing. You're not kind of scrubbing everything down every day. That's just the first time if you're following the Flylady system. Well, once you've done it the first time, it's really easy to maintain. Anyway, let me see, 16 minutes, and I am going to, I'll tell you what, I'll do one more thing today. Because the floors and everything did get a bit messy on Friday night. What I am going to do is I'm going to take a cloth and I am going to wipe all the skirting boards, all the what do you call them, the baseboards in here, because my son, he did, you know, he mopped, he hoovered and he mopped, but I do need to get down to the baseboards because I can see there's a few marks down there, so that's all I'm going to do. And I'm not even going to bother with any product, I'm just going to take a wet cloth and do that. And remember, it's easiest if you just go clockwise around the room, start in one corner and work your way around, and this won't take long. You may also want to wipe down any plate switches, you know, for light switches, the plates for those are electrical ones. Remember, don't use a really wet cloth. Just use a damp cloth, squeeze it out, or, you know, whatever you've got. Anyway, let me get started. There we go. Right, around the other side. Oh, and I just spotted a wee mark on the wall, so I'm doing that at the same time. Right, I'm almost back round, I'm just going to the other side. Not going to the dark side. That one. Around here, because there's a wee bit of skirting board just beside our dining table. Yeah, that's that done for another. Oh, hold on, there's a wee bit here on the wall. There. And we are done. Okay, I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to set my timer for another 2 minutes and take the stuff down to the basement. And I'm also going to fill up the coffee maker and the kettle with some citric acid. You can get it from the chemist. You don't need to use that. If you want to use vinegar, go ahead. It's just I don't like the smell of the hot vinegar going through the kettle and the coffee machine. So anyway, that's all I'm going to do for the next couple of minutes. And then afterwards, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back and a rah with my pom-poms. And then I'll just get on with my day. Okay, anyway, 15 minutes in Flylady Zone 2. Remember, you don't need to spend it a 15-minute chunk of time. Just, you know, if you're waiting for dinner to cook, open a drawer and see if there's anything that can be given away or recycled, and we will all get there. One foot in front of the other. Anyway, and the other thing is in Denmark it's sunny today. Woohoo! So everybody's feeling a bit brighter. Right, anyway, that's it for me. On with the show. Sorry to ramble, but it's just one of those days. Okay, Diane in Denmark signing off. Live long and prosper. May the hookah be with you, and see you very soon. Bye for now.